Hello everybody, this is Thomas from StruSoft and I am extremely happy to present to you today Tip of the Week number 100. It has been such a long time since a small little idea became reality, and actually we wanted to digitalize our content and also give a lot of tips for you out there that you are using Impact every day. So today I am going to be the one presenting number 100. I hope I can be with you at number 1000 and number 10,000 maybe. I don't know, but what better way to start this tip of the week by presenting a completely new feature in Impact 17, which is called the follow-up tab. A lot of you who have been using the software for years now, you probably have known the follow-up tab, and the follow-up tab was a very small thing in our software. However, now in the newest version, we have actually managed to expand it and make it into a very intuitive, editable Gantt chart that you can actually, see the progress of your projects directly into the project manager. So without me speaking so much, let's go directly into the software. Let's celebrate this great achievement, tip of the week number 100, this great milestone. And here you can see a very simple 3 building project which I have created. And let's go directly and explore what can be done in the follow-up tab for this project. So follow-up tab, you see everything is empty. So a customer that comes here and sees that everything is empty, so says, where do I start from? What do I do? To be honest with you, I also had to learn from scratch. So what I did was went to our wiki page and tried to follow some simple guides from there. So we have a great guide made from the guys in the support, and we can go through that together. So basically, the first thing you have to do is create a filter. Basically, how you want your data to be separated into your Gantt chart. I will go to my manage filter here, and then I will just press plus and create a new filter. The filter, you can name it whatever you want. I will name it main filter. Just make sure that the name is acceptable. So the OK here is activated. You can of course share this with your colleagues, or you can create a personal one only you can see. In this case, I'll just make a personal one as I'm one person involved in this. And then of course you can select the project and also one building at a time, or every building at a time, one floor at a time, one phase at a time. So here you're just basically going to see how much of the data from this project you want to do. And don't forget that in reality, you can actually come here and select another project. In my case, I have another project here that I can set as a comparison, which was the webinar I did a few times back. And here in this case, of course, the building, the floor, and the phase will be automatically activated. The activities is the data that you want to see. In my case, I want to check the plant production date, the plant erection date, and in a little while, we're going to talk about the custom activities. The visual structure also has to do with how the filter should manage things. And in this case, of course, I want to see building, then floor, then phase, of course, but the phase, I do not have any phases active, so I can maybe take it away. And then have building, floor, and that's basically it. Of course, I can go by element type also. Maybe that's a little bit better. We do that, we press OK, and we have our first filter. And when you have the first filter, so a few things are going to happen here. What is going to happen here? The dates will be adjusted according to those two projects and the project dates. The start date for this project is the 27th of July. The end date is the 10th of October. For this one is the 1st of June and the 16th of June. As you can see in this project, not a lot of project planning has happened. It is just an example. in my case now, if I want to take away this and I don't want, you come to your filters, you say manage filters, and then you select it, you take away the other project, you select all buildings, all floors, and of course all faces, and say OK. And now, as you can see, the filter is adjusted. The dates were adjusted to see here. However, what are we seeing here? What is that we are seeing here? What we are seeing here is our different buildings, our different floors, and the different element types. What is the status of them? And of course, except for what is the status of them, we can also see um, what are the dates that they are planned for erection. How can we do that? If we go back to my filter, so what I did is took away the element types, and now you can actually see your planned production date. Here it goes all the way to from the 24th until the 9th of August, and then the actual plant erection dates that the project manager has set is between this span. This happens for every little um, detail we have in the project, and then if you can also open it up, then you can see actually the status of every element and when, which day, which week it's going to be planned. You can see here it follows this one. Perfect. Also, what you can actually do more here, you can adjust the filtering. You can see how big or how small you want. You can do it by pressing Control and the wheel of your mouse. And one very important thing, except for that you can actually, do some settings in the graph. And you see here now I'm showing it by the element status. You can actually, do it by activity status, by design status, or by element type. Highlight changes in comparison mode. Of course, you can compare different things. In my project here, because it is not a real project, I have not made any changes. So this is how it is in reality. And then the best part of it is that I can actually make my own custom activities. So for example, if I want to add a crane for a specific period of time, you see here I have my plant erection date for floor 1 on building 1, and that spans between the 1st of September and the 12th of September. You can see it here, and also you can see it here when you move your mouse above the bar line. So what can you do here is create a new custom activity. You can call it crane 1, and then add it under a category, or you can create as many categories as you want and make a category cranes, and then select if goes under building 1, floor 1, and then you can also adjust it to specific element types or element, or different, factories that they're coming from your elements. And then the duration is, of course, the date span. It goes from the 1st to the 12th. So we go to the 1st of September, we say from the 1st and the 12th, and then you keep also the finances. Great. You can select a color. It can be like, not blue again. Let's take this one. And that should go until the 12th. Perfect. Then we say create. And now you can see here I have made a crane, and I have made that the crane is connected to the plant erection date. I can do the same, of course, floor for plant for floor 2, for floor 1 in building 2, and of course the same for building 3. And this is how slowly you can build up your Gantt chart here. There are a lot of small things, a lot of small details. The most important is if you want to adjust your settings of the graphs here, you can actually look into these settings, see how it works, and then create your filters. This is the most important thing that you can do. And of course, a lot of custom activities that some of you who have experience with Microsoft Project, they already know how to do and what are those things. When you finish here, you can either export the data directly to Microsoft Project. You can see here, I do not have Microsoft Project installed, and that's why I get this error. And at the end, you can actually print the graph, how it looks now in a picture, say graph, for example, and then put it on desktop and say save. And then I can actually come and see how the you can see here, it takes directly a picture of the graph, and you can share that with your colleagues immediately. This is the follow-up tab. This is a longer tip of the week, of course. Feel free to go into our wiki, read a little bit more about it, and I hope you will start using it as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I've been very, very happy to present you tip of the week number 100, and we'll see you with tip of the week number 101, I guess, next week, and a nice webinar prepared from Nikolai and Pascal. Have a great day. Bye bye.